From the Mumbai studios of Republic TV, it's time for Arnab Goswami on The Debate.
Arnab Goswami on The Debate at 10, powered by Century Pro Wood.
The 2002 Gujarat riots, the Judge Loya case, Pegasus, Rafale, the PM Cares Fund, the Central Vista case, Shaheen Bagh, the EWS quota, farmers' protests. Ladies and gentlemen, these are all the many cases where the lobby was shown its place, where it was proven that the lobby lied by and in the Supreme Court. But this new year, the lobby has received its biggest jolt. The longest standing lie, L-I-E, of the lobby has been crushed by not a political party, not the media, but by the Supreme Court of India. India's highest court has taken note of the quote-unquote well-intentioned and quote-unquote well-thought-of demonetization notification of 2016. It has upheld the legal validity of it and much more. Tonight it is game over for the lobby. Let's debate.
8 नवंबर 2016 की रात्रि को 12 बजे से वर्तमान में जारी 500 रुपए और 1000 रुपए के करेंसी नोट लीगल टेंडर नहीं रहेंगे.
This announcement for the past 6 years, 1 month and 25 days has been dubbed the beacon of illegality by Brigade.
Demonetization is illegal, and we've been making this point repeatedly. In my respectful submission, you cannot do it without legislation.
It was painted as an act that bypassed the RBI.
The Prime Minister bypassed the Reserve Bank and carried out disastrous demonetization, wiped out 2% of our GDP. And these are just ad hoc decisions that the man takes. I think instead of calling it the Prime Minister's office, it should be called the Publicity Minister's office.
वाकई भ्रष्टाचार के खिलाफ होता अगर आपका ये कदम वाकई काला धन का खत्म करने के लिए होता, सबसे आगे आपको अरविंद केजरीवाल और आम आदमी पार्टी नजर आते इसके लिए.
सब्जी बाजार में नहीं आएगा तो क्या डायमंड खाएगा, ना क्या एटीएम खाएगा, क्या खाएगा लोगों ने?
A democratic act was deemed dictatorial.
ये एक बार नहीं, हमने बहुत बार बोला है कि वो पुतिन जैसा करता है बोल के, हुकुम शाह है बोलते हैं ना. वो देखिए मंत्री परिषद में किसका सुनता है क्या, खुद अपना ही करता है.
And some moved court over the matter.
Every rupee that has been demonetized has come back to the Reserve Bank, which means everything has become white now. Unaccounted money has become accounted money, thanks to demonetization. Therefore, the objective of wiping out black money has failed totally.
Now the entire Supreme Court's 41382-page verdict has crumbled the lies of the lobby.
The MP notification dated 8 November 2016 satisfies the test of proportionality and as such cannot be struck down on the said ground. The action was designated for a proper purpose. We find that the three purposes are proper purposes, and whether there was a reasonable nexus of the measure with the purpose sought to be achieved, and we have held that there was a reasonable nexus. Then, insofar as the third test with regard to alternate measures is concerned, there cannot be any alternate measures for the action which is thought to be done by demonetization.
The Supreme Court, by a majority of 4:1, upheld the Modi government's November 2016 decision to demonetize. They said it does not suffer from any flaws in the decision-making process and satisfied the proportionality test. As such, therefore, it cannot be struck down.
The court has, in clear terms, praised demonetisation as a well-intentioned proposal.
The Supreme Court today, by a majority judgment of 4-1, has dismissed all the 58 writ petitions challenging the constitutional validity of the historic demonetisation scheme launched in 2016 by the Narendra Modi government.
Tonight, the new year begins for the lobby with the biggest reality check yet. Let's debate.
You know, Lokesh Jindal, I feel so sorry for you. For you are condemned by your own choice to be always on the wrong side. People ask me, are you my favorite whipping boy? I say, I have none. I whip the falsehoods, I whip the lies. You happen to be the flag bearer of the lies. That is both your action as well as a consequence of your own decision.
Give me an opportunity to reply back.
I will. Don't worry. Tuhin Sinha, M.R. Venkatesh, Rajat Sethi, Pratik Som, and Dr. M. Satyakumar, lawyer and economist, on one side tonight. And I've decided not to have a third debate because this matter needs to be looked at in detail, you see. Because we are here to expose liars. Tanveer Ahmed, Revola Sridhar Reddy, Dr. C.P. Rai and Anirban Banerjee on the other side tonight. Now, there is a man who has been doing a walkathon and having this senseless conversation in a senseless form with the 53-year-old adolescent, and that person's name is Raghuram Rajan. Now, why I have taken his name on top today, MR, is because Raghuram Rajan says he's an economist but talks like a diplomat. He said, at no point during my term was the RBI asked to take a decision on demonetisation. First of all, he should wake up and realize he's never been the Prime Minister or will be the Prime Minister of India. It's the Prime Minister of India and the Finance Minister who take decisions. But he was dodging the fact. Before the Supreme Court today, MR, the Supreme Court has observed from records that the government consulted the RBI for 6 months before demonetisation. Which means as far back as in April 2016, when Raghuram Rajan was the RBI governor, the process of consultation between the government and the RBI had started. So my first question is, has this therefore been proven that Raghuram Rajan was lying, MR? We are first opening the debate there.
Arnab, Raghuram Rajan is a serial liar and he lies on pandemic scales. And unfortunately, fair men without moustache with a foreign degree are usually the poster boys of Latian's media. Unfortunately, this gentleman has proven himself as a wannabe Manmohan Singh, and unfortunately Manmohan Singh is not my favorite, but I even assuming for a moment that he is, Manmohan Singh, Raghuram Rajan will be 1/10 of Manmohan Singh, and this is the choice that Rahul Gandhi has made to be his walkathon partner. Now this liar has hidden the most important fact, that the government has consulted him for over 6 months.
Yeah.
And he did not
Sir, Section
protest, or his
26
protests
clause
were
2 of
not
the RBI
recorded.
Act. Is the central body
No,
supposed
don't
to
disturb.
recommend
Don't
the government, or the government is supposed to recommend
no,
the
one
central
minute.
body?
No, either way, please understand. No.
Please read
RBI Act will not have that power. No.
On the recommendation of the central board,
please
the
see.
central government may,
No,
by
it will not
notification
be.
in the Gazette of India, declare.
Sir,
if the government wants to act,
there must be
the entry 36 of the union list. At that point of time,
if you allow me to
do that
speak,
by
I
a
will
bill, by a
speak.
legislative bill. Or
Arey
it has
Baba,
to
thoda
introduce
listen
an
karo na
ordinance,
yaar. Why are you
as
so-
was done prior to 2 times. So you please don't try to prove
So
over
the Supreme
here
Court
who
is
the
wrong.
cheat and
According
who
to
the
the Supreme
lawyer.
Court, did not understand this.
Just because the
I am
Supreme
now
Court has
challenging you,
delivered a
sir.
verdict,
Mr.
don't come out
Jindal, if
clean
you
on
are
this.
having the courage, tell it on the screen right now that Supreme
I
Court
am
was
telling
wrong
it on
and
the
it was
screen.
biased.
You please tell me. No, then go and fly kites. Go and fly kites. Supreme Court's decision stands. Supreme Court's decision stands. It is a 4-1 majority, and that is the law of the land. If you don't understand the law of the land as interpreted by Supreme Court, I'm sorry that you don't understand any damn thing.
Any amendment to the RBI Act?
Sir, what is the Supreme Court telling you? Did the Supreme Court not? Did the Supreme Court not tell you had your own Kapil Sibals, your own had Manish Tiwari's go there and argue? Why did they not argue this? Why did they not argue this? They argued all these things. They argued all these things and they failed. And they failed with.
But the government.
No, I think the important thing here is. I think what has happened, viewers, is that maybe maybe these parties, Tuhin Sinha is on the debate right now. I'd like to bring in Tuhin of the BJP along with Rajat Sethi and Pratik Som and Satya Kumar all come into the debate right now with Tanveer Ahmed, because Lokesh is not being able to hold his own today, Tanveer, and Revala Sridhar Reddy and CP Rai. See, 6 years, 1 month, 25 days, 17 hours, 26 minutes, you lied. Now, the matter comes before the Supreme Court. Supreme Court has effectively said that you have lied. You said demonetization is illegal. Demonetization is unlawful. The Supreme Court says the process of demonetization does not suffer from a single law in the decision-making process. So apologize now. Have some shame. You said demonetization violates constitutional rights. You said, no, before you raise your finger, you said demonetization
is a monumental failure, and that fact remains.
See.
Yes, Article 14, Article 19, they all were violated because of the demonetization.
Can I just come in for a minute?
Okay. No, 1 minute. First of all, yes, Tuhin. The moot point right now, Tuhin, as I bring in you into the debate is, was demonetization a violation of the Constitution? They can't change the narrative now. Tanveer on the right, along with Mr. Sridhar Reddy. The question is, was demonetization unconstitutional and illegal?
Said that demonetization was unconstitutional or unlawful.
I have heard the opposition
Never
grouse
we said it was
throughout the day.
unconstitutional or unlawful.
I have heard the opposition grouse throughout the day. Their main problem seems to be, Arnab,
the way it was implemented.
Arnab, the main grouse, the main problem of the opposition seems to be, the main problem, the main grouse of the opposition seems to be, why didn't you inform the country before demonetization?
It was a question directed at me.
Increasingly, it seems the main grouse of the opposition was, why didn't you inform the country? Please note, it was not a wedding invitation. It was an unprecedented attack on black money that had to be done in with certain amount of secrecy. But who are the people who will have problem with black money and hawala money? The same people who have been involved with cash for vote scam in 2008. The same people who have been involved with JMM bribery case in 1993, the same people who have been involved in Rahul Gandhi, who is out on bail in a case which clearly involves hawala money. So these are the people who had problems with it. They wanted the country to be informed before that. How can you inform the country when the attack on black money had to have a certain element of secrecy?
Okay, two in one minute. Tanveer, look here. What are we dealing with here? Tanveer, listen to me. Tanveer, tell me one thing, just in confidence. Just pretend nobody is watching this. Pretend you and I are having just a quiet conversation. This is not on record. Just pretend. JDS lost cash. You lost some cash. You lost some cash. You lost some cash at that time. You have some cash. You had some cash. What did you do with the cash? Tell me. No, what happened to the cash?
Let me just
no. Answer. You can just. You lost some
who
cash.
Lost their lives, they lost it.
No,
50 lakh people lost their jobs, they lost it. Farmers lost $5.5 billion. because of that agricultural produce that year, they lost it. It is not me or you who's important, Arnab. The common man, the flower seller, the vegetable vendor, they lost their lives. Who's responsible for 100 people losing their lives? Who is responsible for 50 lakh people losing their jobs?
Tanveer.
The unorganized sector totally demolished.
Tanveer.
We are not talking about the legitimacy of the government, whether they had right or not.
Tanveer, you have come unprepared to the program, and I'd like you to look at the. I would like you to look at para 272 of the judgment of the Supreme Court, where the Supreme Court has noted that there are reasonable limitations on the constitutional right guaranteed under Article 300A of the Constitution, where there is a proper purpose. And the court further says that the proper purpose here is the elimination of fake currency. Maybe you had fake currency. The proper purpose is the elimination of black money. Maybe your party leaders had black money. Maybe your party leaders had black money.
Where is the black money?
How much black money did your party leaders have? How much black money did your party leaders have? How much did you lose?
We are a very poor party. The richest party in the world. The richest party in the world is BJP today. Is it not the fact that the richest party in the world is BJP?
But the Supreme Court says that the Modi government had every reason to carry out demonetisation. Are you questioning the Supreme Court? Okay, we have Rajat on the debate.
Karnataka, please donate us.
No.
I think Tanveer ji, you are missing the point of this discussion. Tanveer ji, you rightly said that your party at least, or at least you individually, did not have issues with the legality or the constitutionality of it. But look at the Congress leaders back then. Every single one of them said that the due processes were not followed. The entire process is unconstitutional and it should be challenged before the Supreme Court. We are specifically talking about that as an agenda. The Supreme Court has gone through the deliberations that the RBI and the government had, and I'm really surprised that luminaries, so-called luminaries like Raghuram Rajan and P. Chidambaram and all of these erstwhile elites, they were lying on the face of the media and cameras throughout the face of demonetization, just to deliberately create confusion among the minds of people who were anyway struggling to meet the objectives of the demonetization as the country was going through this massive movement. I really, the point that you said, Arnab, is the most important thing, that why did some of these so-called responsible leaders of our country on the opposition were blatantly lying?
No, you see, because I'll tell you, but the question also is, Rajat, Rajat, the question is, and Dr. M. Satya Kumar wants to come into the debate. I bring him in, along with Pratik Som on the left, and I shall like to have Mr. C.P. Rai and Anirban on the right. The question is this, and I want to tell especially the young people in this country today, my dear friends, a lie repeated 1,000 times sometimes becomes the truth. Were you not told that demonetization was illegal? Were you not told it is unconstitutional? Did those people who told you it was illegal and unconstitutional, do they have the courage to come on television today and talk? Where is Rahul Gandhi? Where are these people today? Why are they not talking about it? But the fact is, perhaps you fell hook, line and sinker for that argument. Now, I am sure that you believe in the Supreme Court of this country.
Given a dissenting order,
Mr. Tanvi forgot that the decision taken by the Honorable Prime Minister is lawful, and he had a consultation with the Reserve Bank of India. He had a consultation for almost 6 months.
Tanveer on the right.
And Section 26, Subsection 2 of the RBI Act clearly provides for the power, and the interpretation that was done by the Supreme Court is on two matters. One is the any also includes all, and it's also about the delegated power, which is upheld by the Supreme Court. So the Honorable Prime Minister, when he took this decision, he knew very well
we are not
it is accusing the Prime Minister.
We are not questioning the legality of it.
Here, when the Act is passed,
we are not questioning the legality of it.
Section 26 of Section 2 is there.
Was it implemented
How can it be
properly?
unconstitutional?
How did 100 people lose their lives?
How did the reason that the Supreme Court has upheld this
the black money came back into the account?
Is because
99.7%. 99.7% for 0.3% of money we had to really do such a big exercise. Why was a front page ad of Paytm very next day? Why was the ad of Paytm on the very next day?
Because of demonetization, today we have digital penetration and almost 10 crore people are filing their tax returns. You failed to know that.
Procedure established Lokesh, let me explain to people what's going on. Let me explain to people what's going on. Viewers, Satya, I'll take 30 seconds. Viewers, there are two versions of India which is emerging. Version 1 of India, the one in which many of you may have grown up in the 90s. 1 minute, please. Tanvi, don't give me background music. I'm saying something important. MR is also on the debate. Version 1 in this country, where there are the vast majority of people in this country who do not even have a telephone, who do not have a gas connection, right? But it is a country where politicians have a lot of cash, where Congress politicians have cash found in big boxes under their beds like Sukhram, okay, who are very sukhi. It's a cash-rich situation. Version 2 of India is where even when you go out to buy potatoes and onions, and I know that you don't go to a vegetable market, I go, but when I go to the vegetable market and I buy 1 kilo of tomatoes, I sometimes am told by the person selling the tomatoes in a cart that can you please pay me through a UPI? My question is, today it has become a cashless economy, a more transparent economy. You are a bunch of frustrated people because you lied and you have been caught. Now Satya is absolutely correct. Now Satya is absolutely correct. Satya is absolutely correct.
10 crore people have filed tax return. In 2016, the cash in circulation was 17 lakh crore. Tax return in the current
and right now, the cash in circulation is above 22 lakh crore. Where is the black money? What is the account for the black money? Why is it that the cash in circulation has increased by twice?
Who's told you
so
that?
So black money has increased by twice.
No, one minute. Just 1 minute. First, let's not try to dodge the question that Satya raised. Satya has put an intellectual challenge. He has said that for the last 6 years you went ahead and said the government does not have the right to use Section 26 of the Reserve Bank of India Act to initiate policy changes. Okay? And viewers, you bought that. You accepted that, and you remember, viewers, I had quit at that point of time. I had quit from Times Now. I was told not to anchor at that time, but I came back to anchor on the day of demonetization because I could not hold myself back. That was the most brilliant move of the Modi government. 1 minute, yeah, 1 minute, 1 minute. It was the most brilliant move of the Modi government, and today it is either you are right or I am right. Satya is right. I am siding with Satya. Satya says you are lying, you are a bunch of liars.
I was live and I supported demonetization.
Arey, relax, yeah. You tell me one thing, Tanvir.
The way it was implemented, why did 100 people lose their life?
Tanvir,
why
1 minute.
Did 50 lakh people lose their job?
Tanvir, today, in many
No, 1 minute. One minute. Satya, 1 minute. Let me. Satya, let me. This is Tanvir. What has the Supreme Court said about Section 26(2) of the RBI Act? Come to the facts, no? Why are you trying to debate, run away? If you're not prepared, say, Arnab, I'm not prepared. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. I just have to oppose Modi. I don't like Modi.
He doesn't even know the interpretation, Arnab.
He doesn't even know. There's Lokesh now.
He doesn't know what is the meaning of any.
Lokesh is Googling. MRC is Googling. He's Googling. The fellow is Googling right now.
I'm not a legal luminary. I'm not a legal luminary.
Stop showing me your Google search. Put it down. Put down your Google search. Put down your Google search, Lokesh.
What did honorable judges say?
Unprepared on a debate with me.
The central government may by notification in the Gazette of India.
Oh God.
So basically it is the central board of the RBI which is supposed to recommend if at all there was to be a demonetization to come into effect. So over here, although the court has been lenient with respect to the central government recommending the central board, however, everybody knows that the bare act, it meant that the central
Jindal, it is
board
a
of the
delegated
RBI
power.
is the one who is supposed to recommend the central government and not the other way around. Please read the observation made by
it has passed through the test of proportionality. Please understand that. Tanvir, and you should understand. It has passed through the test of proportionality.
That
you don't understand the concept of doctrine of proportionality.
I'm talking about the due process that had been followed by the central
government. Due process of the law that the Honorable Prime Minister has followed.
That the central government,
do you think the Honorable Prime Minister would not have consulted the legal experts? Reserve Bank of India is a legal expert.
You are not a legal expert. You are not a legal expert. You are not above the law that has been codified.
You lied.
You are not a legal expert.
The Supreme Court has
challenge and modify and question the law that has been codified. What do you know? You are a lawyer. You don't know the law. You don't know what has been codified.
Moot point is you lied and Republic is proving you lied. I ask you, you see, please, how frustrated you are today, you know, how frustrated you are looking. I like the new India where I pay for tomatoes on UPI. You like the old India with Sukhram and God knows how many people, Pratik Som, had crores of rupees under their pillows. Shame on you, old India. Shame on you, old India. Shame on you, old India. We believe in the new India. Pratik Som is on the debate. Pratik and CP Rai. CP Rai ji कुछ अच्छा होता है तो उसका एक्सेप्ट करने की जरूरत होती है. इस तरह नकारात्मक सोच बंद किया जाना चाहिए. आज इसीलिए आपके जितने ऑपोजिशन के जितने लोग हैं उनकी कोई स्टैंडिंग नहीं है. सीपी राय और प्रतीक सोम, सीपी राय और प्रतीक सोम डिबेट.
Arnab, today's Supreme Court judgment has put to rest the legality and the constitutional part of the demonetization. Now, when we are debating, we must know that every government decision caused some discomfort to some people, and even Supreme Court today said that every noble cause has its own martyrs. But the greater cause for the nation is to be seen. Now, what is to be seen is that what has changed after 2016. I have jotted down some points before coming to this debate, that 238,000 shell firms have been caught and they have been blocked, they have been shut down. Black money law has been brought in. Informal sector component in the economy has gone up. Terrorism is reduced. Terror funding is blocked. Stone pelting in Jammu and Kashmir, fake currency racket has been tackled efficiently. Now, India is the fastest growing fintech market in the world. The Jan Dhan deposits has gone up by 301%. That is, total deposits has gone up to 180.5 lakh crores. 102 crore debit and credit cards have been issued. Now, where this greater cause has gone, it has gone to the common man. Now the people on the debate who are saying कि किसी को कोई problem हो गया, लाइन में खड़ा हो गया, 5 लोगों का जान चला गया, they are not saying, they are not seeing the greater cause for which demonetization decision was taken, and even Supreme Court has appreciated this, and today in this historic judgment they have noted that every noble cause has its own martyrs, and we must accept it with grace that our country has progressed after this decision was implemented.
सीपी राय.
अर्नब, आप पहली बात तो नए साल की आप लोगों को सबको मुबारकबाद, आपके स्टाफ को, आपके सारे व्यूअर्स को. जी, बहुत दिन बाद हम लोग मिल रहे हैं. मेरी आदत आप जानते हो, मैं किसी के बीच में बोलता नहीं, और तू मैं और मछली बाजार की तरह बात करने की मेरी आदत नहीं है. इसलिए जो साथी मेरे सामने खड़े किए गए हैं इनकी पूरी बात मैंने सुन ली, और मेरी बात पूरी सुनिएगा, बीच में टोकिएगा नहीं. आपने भाजपा का पूरा एजेंडा प्रचार पूरा सुना दिया. मैं किसी पार्टी में नहीं हूं दोस्त. किसी सरकार के पास अगर बहुमत है तो वो आदमी को औरत और औरत को आदमी बनाने के अलावा कोई फैसला कर सकता है. और अगर सरकार के सारे फैसले सही है तो 1962 के पहले फौज पे पैसा खर्च करना है या लोगों के विकास पर और जिंदगी पर, यह भी सरकार का फैसला था. वो फोर्स कौन खरीदेगा यह भी सरकार का फैसला था. इमरजेंसी लगाना भी भारत की पार्लियामेंट का फैसला था. अगर सरकार के फैसले सही होते हैं तो परिणाम किसका क्या है, उसके आफ्टर इफेक्ट क्या हुए, उससे चीजें तय होती हैं सरकारों की और नेताओं की, उससे तय किया जाता है. हिटलर को भी जब तक आत्महत्या करने की नौबत नहीं आई, जर्मनी के उसके सारे समर्थक ये कहते रहे जो ये कर रहा है सबसे अच्छा कर रहा है. जब मरने की नौबत आ गई तब सबने लोगों ने मारना शुरू कर दिया हिटलर के लोगों को ही. वो होता है ऐसा. खैर, सरकार को अधिकार है फैसला लेने का. अगर आज सर्वोच्च न्यायालय ये निर्णय नहीं करता तो क्या करता? मान लीजिए वो निर्णय कर देता कि नहीं ये गलत है, तो क्या 500 के 1000 के नोट वापस आ जाते? क्या पुरानी स्थिति बहाल की जा सकती थी? और नहीं की जा सकती थी तो वो फैसला नल एंड वाइड होता. सुप्रीम कोर्ट इसके अलावा और कोई फैसला कर भी नहीं सकता था आज. और ये एक ऐसा भ्रष्टाचार कि 1000 का नोट आप बंद करते हो और 2000 नोट का चालू कर देते हो, और वो सारे 9000 रुपए के नोट आज बाजार से गायब हो गए. 17 लाख करोड़ के नोट थे उस वक्त और 30.38 करोड़ के नोट है आज. सामान्य रूप से इनकम टैक्स की सारी रिपोर्ट और जांचें बताती है 30 साल की कि ब्लैक मनी करेंसी रूप में केवल 2.5% हिंदुस्तान में है. नकली मुद्रा केवल 200 करोड़ है. जब डिमोनेटाइजेशन किया गया उसके एक हफ्ते के अंदर कश्मीर में आतंकवादियों के पास 2000 के नकली नोट पाए गए। ये पॉलिसी पूरी तरह फेल रही। ये हम कहां कह रहे हैं सरकार को करने का अधिकार नहीं है। अब अर्णब, आप मेरे बारे में जानते हो, मैं आपको एक दृश्य बताता हूं, और ये दृश्य जेन्युइन दृश्य है। प्रधानमंत्री निवास पर राजनाथ सिंह, उस वक्त के वित्त मंत्री सुषमा स्वराज, चेयरमैन रिजर्व बैंक और पनगड़िया साहब और सुब्रमण्यम जो उनके सलाहकार थे, प्रधानमंत्री को बुलाया गया। पहली बार ऐसा हुआ कि उनके टेलीफोन माइक, उनके मोबाइल फोन बाहर रखवा दिए गए। प्रधानमंत्री ने बताया कि मैं ये निर्णय करने जा रहा हूं, ये मैंने फैसला ले लिया है। उनको टोका गया कि ये मत करिए, इस पर सोच लिया जाए, इससे नुकसान भी हो सकता है। उन्होंने कहा इट इज डिसाइडेड। रिजर्व बैंक के चेयरमैन को केवल इतना अधिकार दिया गया कि वो फोन से बैठ के अपने डायरेक्टर्स जो उनके होते हैं लोकल, उनको कहें कि वो टीवी के सामने बैठ करके इंतजार करें, कोई सूचना दी जा रही है उनको। और ऐसे फैसला किया गया था। इस सरकार में और पुरानी सरकार में फर्क यह है कि पुरानी सरकार में जगमोहन लाल सिन्हा इंदिरा गांधी के चुनाव को अवैध घोषित कर सकते थे। इस सरकार में किसी की औकात नहीं है कि सरकार
एक मिनट देखिए, आपकी बात मैंने सुनी। सीपी राय जी, आपके और मेरे में एक ही बात अंतर है। एक मिनट सीपी राय जी, आजकल एक नई स्टाइल शुरू हो गई है। मेरी बात सुनिए ना, मेरी बात सुनिए सीपी राय जी, मेरी बात सुनिए। आजकल एक नई स्टाइल शुरू हो गई है, आपको बताता हूं मैं, है ना। ये कई हमारे जो लोग हैं, पत्रकार कहते हैं अपने आप को, जो यूट्यूब में घूमते रहते हैं, ये सारे लोग कहते हैं कि हमको सब कुछ पता है, और कुछ भी मुंगेरी लाल के हसीन सपने, कोई भी एनिड ब्लाइटन की स्टोरी, कोई अमर चित्र कथा की कहानी, अमर चित्र कथा में तो सच्चाई हुआ करती थी, इसमें तो कुछ भी आप मसाला डाल के कुछ भी आप बेच रहे हैं। आप मसाला कंपनी शुरू कर दीजिए, क्योंकि इतनी मसालेदार बात आप कहते हैं। आप मेरी बात सुनिए, आप बात सुनिए, मैं पॉइंट बाय पॉइंट आपका रेस्पॉन्स दूंगा, मैं पॉइंट बाय पॉइंट रेस्पॉन्स दूंगा। मुंगेरी सीपी राय जी, मैं पॉइंट बाय पॉइंट रेस्पॉन्स देने वाला हूं, आप शांत रहिए। आप नहीं, प्रतीक जी, मैं तो इनको ऑफर दे रहा हूं। मैं पहली बात ऑफर दे रहा हूं आज MR वेंकटेश,
व्हाट्सएप यूनिवर्सिटी
पता नहीं कहां से है, मगर मैं आपको सीपी राय जी, मेरी बात सुनिए। आप मुझे बताइए, ये जो आप लोग खड़े हो के आजकल कुछ भी कह देते हो, 2 हाथ ताली मिल जाते हैं, यूट्यूब में 50 कमेंट मिल जाते हैं, 5 आपको सब्सक्राइबर मिलते हैं, तो मेरी बात सुनिए। कोई आपको ये पूछे कि भाई साहब वो टेप रिकॉर्डर कहाँ है जिसमें आपने सुना कि राजनाथ सिंह किसी को या फिर प्रधानमंत्री जी को टोक रहे हैं, आपने कहा उनको टोका गया, तो मुझे बताइए भाई, वो टोकने की, ये भारतीय जनता पार्टी के स्पोक्सपर्सन क्यों नहीं पूछते? ये टोकने की बात कहां है भाई? टेप दिखाइए। ये आपके मन में कुछ भी विचार आ जाते हैं, आप उसको सच्चाई, आप मुझे बताइए कि ये उसके टेप आपके पास है क्या? आपके पास टेप है? आपके कौन से सूत्र हैं? किसने बताया आपको? नाम बताइए, कहां पे प्रकाशित हुई ये बात?
जो लोग मीटिंग में थे उन्हीं में से किसी ने बताया।
अच्छा, किसने बताया आपको? ओ अच्छा,
तो मीटिंग में थे,
अच्छा, उन्होंने फोन किया आपको? उन्होंने तो ये कहने फोन किया, उन्होंने फोन किया कि सीपी राय जी आपको मैं खबर दे रहा हूं। ऐसी बेकार की बात मत कीजिए। दूसरी बात, आपने हमारे सर्वोच्च न्यायालय को, नहीं प्रतीक जी, इनको तो आज माफी मांगनी चाहिए। इन्होंने क्या कहा है MR वेंकटेश? इन्होंने कहा कि हमारी सर्वोच्च न्यायालय विवश है, उनके पास कोई ऑप्शन नहीं है। रजत जी, आपने सुना उनकी बात? रजत सेठी और MR वेंकटेश, इन्होंने सुप्रीम कोर्ट को विवश कहा इस प्रोग्राम पर।
अगर
इतनी हिम्मत आपकी?
अगर वो निर्णय दे देते कि वो गलत था, उसको वापस किया जाए, क्या वापस हो सकता था? तो रिवर्स नहीं हो सकता, वो निर्णय कैसे कोई कोर्ट दे देगा?
Sir, you must understand, Mr. Rai. Supreme Court is under no obligation to ratify Supreme Court is under no obligation to ratify the government decision. What it has done is a decision taken in absolute isolation of all the pressures that you are talking about.
Last week, KGI.
No, are you saying? No, are you saying that the Supreme Court is under pressure of the government?
That was given by the first Chief Justice of India, Harilal Kania.
In fact, the Supreme Court must have thrown out this whole petition, and all these busybodies must have been penalized by levying a very hefty penalty. They might have put in a punitive fine on this. Arnab, this Supreme Court has been too liberal in allowing these busybodies to go scot-free. They should have been levied a very heavy fine. Unfortunately, people like Lokesh Jindal are just trying to filibuster. They don't understand the law, and they don't dare to talk about the Supreme Court.
Whether they succeed or not.
No, are you saying Supreme Court is the handmaiden of the government? Are you saying this? Are you saying this? You dare not say this. This is contempt of court. This is absolute contempt of the court.
My question. Are there some form of lab sample?
You are in contempt, sir. You are in serious contempt. You are in serious contempt.
Okay.
In serious contempt. I'm sorry, Arnab. I don't.
No, this is serious. Rebula Sridhar Reddy is on the debate. This is going too far. He's absolutely in contempt. Rebula Sridhar Reddy.
Arnab, I mean, all of my friends have spoken. Give me a minute. See, initially we also have supported the demonetization. But, agreed, the court today, after so many years, gave a majority verdict. It is not unconstitutional. At the same time, it is not illegal. Fine, we respect the verdict. But it is also important to carefully,
but it also said it is well thought of. One minute. Just 1 minute. Mr. You can't pick two words. It said it was well thought of. It said there was after due consultation process. And it also said that the purpose of demonetization was to stop terror financing. Please listen to me. Was to stop terror financing and black money. Because you were questioning the purpose as well.
Because that is what the Prime Minister said. My point is very clear. Did the Supreme Court say
we also have to. Can I get a minute without interruption?
Arnab,
can I get a minute without interruption? What I'm saying, we also have to carefully read
the falsehood of the opposition parties.
Justice Nagaratna's observation in it. Okay, now you are talking about counterfeit currency. The RBI's note on counterfeit currency year-ending financial year 2022 says there was a 10.7% increase in overall, notes, counterfeit currency. And in 500 notes, it was a 101.98%. In 2000 notes, it is 54%. What I'm trying to say here, the Justice Nagaratna's observation also clearly says the objectives were also not met completely. So we need to understand that. The clear, constitutional, unconstitutional...
You are reading the minority judgment?
First of all,
yes.
You are reading the minority judgment?
I said we will respect...
No, you are reading the minority judgment? No.
Yes.
You are reading the minority judgment?
It also has validity.
No. 1 minute. Just 1 minute.
We also have to take
You don't believe in the process of law.
Mr.
Reddy, 1 minute. You don't believe in the process of law. You are unwilling to accept that you were wrong.
We respect the judgment.
You are unwilling to accept that you were wrong.
Come in over here.
We respect the judgment, but at the same time...
No, there is no at the same time here. If you... No. Point is only this. Mr. Reddy, understand the larger point. Just 1 minute. Mr. Reddy, there is a political issue I want to make here. And as I come into the politics of it, I need to tell you two things. Please understand, Mr. Reddy, along with you on this debate, there is Lokesh and Tanveer and Sipira and Anirban. You see, you are a new member of the opposition. Now, your leader wants to be Prime Minister. You should be careful because already Rahul Gandhi wants to be Prime Minister. Mamata Banerjee wants to be Prime Minister. Sharad Pawar wants to be Prime Minister. Arvind Kejriwal wants to be Prime Minister. No problem. But I'll tell you one thing. Always where you go, you open your eyes, you see what is before you and then you decide. You don't have to blindly follow the Congress or Tanveer. Tanveer's party may have lost money. Tanveer may be angry. I know you have new relations with them. I hope the relations are not financial but political. I don't know. I don't know what relations nowadays there are between political parties, whether it's financial or political. I hope it's not financial. But my question here is this. See, Tanveer is a habitual liar. Tanveer, Lokesh, you are not a habitual liar, Mr. Reddy. Don't go by them. So Tanveer and Lokesh are habitual liars. No, don't go by that. Don't go by that.
No, I am going by the Supreme Court judgment. What
let me make an important point.
No, 1 minute.
Your premise is
Okay, I'm bringing.
What exactly should have been discussing?
I'm bringing in.
Whether the objectives were met or not.
And
Today, the counterfeit
I'll have
currency
2 versus 2.
arisen
Mr. Reddy.
after the demonetization.
Mr. Reddy. No, 1 minute. Satya, wait. Mr. Reddy, wait. Lokesh, wait. Lokesh, listen. Just wait a minute. Lokesh, listen. I like Mr. Reddy. He's a nice person, unlike you. I don't want him to be in wrong company. You see, what happens is, Rajat will tell you. You said you made aspersions on Narendra Modi regarding the 2002 riots. The Supreme Court of India, the Supreme Court of India, you believe, I hope in the Supreme Court of India, not the court in Italy. The Supreme Court of India, Lokesh Jindal, I'm not talking of an Italian court, I'm talking of the Supreme Court of India, has said that these accusations were devoid of merit and deserve to be dismissed. But still you continued to lie. You said you no.
Arnab, answer my question. Has Supreme Court never reversed its judgment? Has Supreme Court never erred in history? It has never made mistake.
I need to make an important
answer this question.
So okay. I will not answer that. I will not answer the question. You've fallen into my trap.
Its judgment.
Okay. So Rajat can respond to you on that. I won't, because I have made my point. I am saying to you, you are by asking that question, you are the fact of the matter is the Supreme Court also said there was no foul play in Judge Loya's death. For how many years did you go around and say that there are disturbing questions about how Judge Loya died? No, Rajat, come on the debate, Rajat. Did the Supreme Court not say that there was absolutely no foul play in Judge Loya's death?
You know, Arnab, the true essence of rule of law requires a level of a mature head. In the entire opposition, you will not see any leader who has that moral gumption to face the rule of law of this country. You know, this is why they sell lies and then they want and expect to win elections. Sir, please don't intervene. I will never stoop to your level of bickering and creating background music, so keep quiet. Shut up, sir, please. Allow me to speak.
What gives you the license to give such form of a judgment to question the wisdom of every other person who tries to question you?
Another lie, and they believe that they will somehow be able to hoodwink the population of this country, sufficient enough to allow them to win.
Sir, please come up with certain facts and make this argument sensible,
this thing
rather than your rhetorics.
Nonsense
still remains a nonsense, no matter how much rhetoric you put into it.
I personally feel that one of the most important points of today's debate has been that some of the very highly intellectual people in the opposition were trying to spread fear, trying to spread outright lies in the name of demonetization, as they have been doing in the past as well. When P. Chidambaram comes in and says that you deposit money into a bank account, it automatically becomes white. What kind of a torturous argument he was trying to make? He's a management graduate. He studied. He's been a lawyer, and he was a finance.
Who
comes in and says that you deposit money into a bank account and it automatically becomes white money? These were the arguments which were being sold out just to discredit a policy move that was brought in. You just played out what
the point being, Lokesh. Now let me get in. No. 1 minute, Lokesh. Let me get in Tanveer and CP Rai out here on the right hand side, and let me get in MR and Satya on the left. The question here is, you need to understand, and viewers, I'm telling you, this year make a promise, have a New Year resolution that you will never believe these lies of people like Lokesh and Tanveer and get away with it. One of the biggest lies last year that they spread? Pegasus. हमारे फोन को स्नूप किया जा रहा है. हमारे फोन में के अंदर नरेंद्र मोदी घुस के हमारा इंफॉर्मेशन, हमारे व्हाट्सएप मैसेजेस निकाल रहे हैं. हाँ, सीपी राय जी कहा था कि नहीं कहा था? सरकार ने करोड़ों रुपए खर्च करके सीपी राय, तनवीर अहमद और लोकेश जिंदल के फोन के अंदर घुस के इनके व्हाट्सएप मैसेजेस पढ़ रहे हैं. आपने किया था कि नहीं किया था? हाँ. And the Supreme Court said, and its technical expert committee, what did it say, Satya? We find no evidence of Pegasus spyware in the 29 mobile phones of the complainants. यानी कि ये सबसे बड़ा झूठ था. It was a big lie. Pegasus was a lie. सो अपोलोजाइज सीपी राय, इधर मेरे प्रोग्राम में आके कॉन्फिडेंटली कुछ भी बोल देने से आप गेट अवे नहीं करेंगे, है ना? आप मेरी बात नहीं, क्या बोल रहे हैं? हाँ, क्या बोल रहे हैं आप? क्या बोल रहे हैं आप?
Arnab, Tanveer here in this debate is completely misleading and is changing the course and telling lie, because this entire Supreme Court judgment is about the constitutionality and legality.
No, sir. I am absolutely not telling lies, because I know people who suffered. I have seen people who lost their jobs. I have seen people who their economy totally got destroyed, decimated.
The entire debate is about the constitutional validity and legality and lawfulness of the decision of the Honorable Prime Minister, which is today.
Sir, I am not questioning the constitutional validity. The Honorable Prime Minister had all the right to demonetize, but the way it was implemented. But right now debating on it is absolutely of no value. Why? What we demonetize, we cannot remonetize it.
आप मुझे बताइए, 1 minute, Tanveer, I go to CP Rai and MR right now. CP Rai जी मुझे बताइए, जिसकी जो बेशरम होते हैं, जो बेशरम लोग होते हैं सीपी राय जी, वो झूठ उनके पकड़े जाने के बाद भी, नहीं मेरी बात सुनिए, मैं आपको बेशरम नहीं कह रहा, मैं कह रहा हूं MR वेंकटेश, जो बेशरम लोग होते हैं झूठ पकड़े जाने के बाद भी वो कभी भी माफी नहीं मांगते, सॉरी नहीं कहते, है ना? मगर मुझे बताइए सीपी राय जी, क्या मेरी बात सुनिए, रफाल की झूठ थी, पेगासस की झूठ थी, जज लोया की झूठ थी, PM केयर को लेकर झूठ थी, और मैं नहीं कह रहा, और ये सब झूठ पकड़े जाने के बाद आप मुझे बताइए, कोई भी आदमी स्वाभाविक तरीके से जब झूठ पकड़ी जाती है, सेंट्रल विस्टा की बात हो, EWS की बात हो, शाहीन बाग की बात हो, है ना, तो जब सुप्रीम कोर्ट कहती है तो आपको हाथ जोड़ के लोगों से माफी मांगनी चाहिए कि देखिए हमने पूरी कोशिश की, इसको हमने राजनीतिक तौर से निचोड़ने की कोशिश की, एज इन वी ट्राई टू पॉलिटिकली एक्सप्लॉइट दिस इशू, क्योंकि हमारी दिस वाज द पॉलिटिकल सेल्फिशनेस। हम सेल्फिश लोग हैं, हम लोगों के बारे में नहीं सोचते, हम लोगों के बाद नागरिकों के बारे में नहीं सोचते, हम झूठ फैलाते हैं, हाँ, और झूठ पकड़े जाने के बाद भी हम सॉरी नहीं कहते।
ठीक है,
नहीं मुझे ठीक नहीं है, ठीक होती तो मैं सवाल नहीं करता आपसे, ये ठीक नहीं है सीपी राय जी।
लेट मी टॉक।
हाँ बोलिए।
अर्नब, माफी मांगनी चाहिए। जब ये कहा गया हो कि प्रधानमंत्री की उम्र ज्यादा बढ़ रही है कि मुद्रा की रुपया की कीमत ज्यादा घट रही है, जब ये कहा गया हो,
आप कवि सम्मेलन में नहीं है, मेरे सवाल का जवाब दीजिए। आपने राफाल के लिए माफी मांगी, जज लोया के झूठ के लिए माफी मांगी, पेगासस के झूठ के लिए माफी मांगी, अरे पॉलिटिकल हिट एंड रन करते हैं आप लोग।
अर्नब, लेट मी फिनिश। इसके पहले डिमोनेटाइजेशन कहाँ हुआ? घाना में, नाइजीरिया में,
घाना की बात करेंगे हमारे,
जायरे में,
ये भाई साहब अभी अफ्रीका की बात करेंगे।
सारे देश बर्बाद हुए और ये सबकी नोटिस में था।
सुप्रीम कोट ये प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड, प्लीज रेस्पेक्ट द सुप्रीम कोर्ट।
MR Venkatesh is on the debate. MR is on the debate.
Mr. Rai, please respect the Supreme Court, and Supreme Court has put an end to all this nonsense. Supreme Court is not the God, but Supreme Court is supreme. Damn it, that is the law of the land, that is the constitution. You may not have the respect for the Supreme Court because it is not suiting your conveniences today, but please understand, Supreme Court is supreme. It is the law of the land. We disagree with the Supreme Court sometimes, but we respectfully disagree. But unfortunately, what I'm saying is that if the Supreme Court is giving a decision which is not to your taste, you try to belittle the Supreme Court, which is what I'm worried about it. The type of debate we are having, unfortunately, is savagery. This is not the way to conduct a debate on the Supreme Court. Supreme Court has a dignity. You talk within the dignity. You please understand. Supreme Court has. Please understand. Supreme Court has. They have gone into all the dimensions. गाना, फाना, पलाना, डिमकाना सब डिबेट हो चुका है, और सब कुछ डिबेट होने के बाद सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने ये नतीजे पर पहुंची है कि ये इट इज कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के अंतर्गत ही हुआ है। Supreme Court has said that, and even the minority judge, and the minority judge also said that the minority judgment is also not skating on the government. And now I ask you a question. Now I ask you a question, Mr. Rai. Do you have the courage to take this question? Now I'll give you the question. The question is, if the implementation, tomorrow somebody will say that the Russian shops are badly.
Yeah, one second.
Can you say if the Supreme... No, Arnab, if the implementation is an issue also, tomorrow if they say the ration shops are badly implemented, will you ban the ration shops? Will you close down the ration shop? Why don't you say that?
Do you chop off the head to cure headache?
Your question is...
Do you chop off your head to cure headache? No, you take a medicine for that.
Sir,
what the government did,
we are not congressmen, sir. We are not congressmen. We will take a certain and cure it. The problem is your leaders are on bail. Your leaders are on bail in a party and you have been caught. And so you don't talk about these things because you don't have the morality to talk. And the country voted. Please understand, the country voted. You went to 2019 election precisely on this issue and the country booted you out. Why did they boot you out? Because you are all anti-nationals. You side with terrorists. You side with smugglers. You side with anti-nationalists. That is what people said. We will not vote for you. We will agree with demonetization. We stood in the queue. We have taken the bend. But we believe that the government has done something good.
Mr. Revala Sridhar Reddy, Mr. Revala Sridhar Reddy, you were. I want to bring in Mr. Reddy. And please come in with Tuhin on this. You were talking about the dissenting judgment, right? In the dissenting judgment, I would request you, I'm sure you have it in front of you. Can you read from paragraph 22 of the dissenting judgment? Because if you're going to cherry pick, then please read paragraph 22 of the dissenting judgment where Justice B.V. Nagartana has said that the central government's move to address disparate evils plaguing the nation's economy, including the practices of hoarding black money, counterfeiting, was well-intentioned. So they have actually praised the intentions of the central government even in the dissenting judgment. And if you read out para 20, it says that the objectives of the central government have been sound, just and proper. Please read it. Please read it.
No.
Please read it.
What I'm saying.
No, what I'm saying is.
I said.
No, I am quoting parts of the dissenting judgment, sir.
I'm not saying no to it.
You can't say no because
we respect the judgment when it is a majority judgment. At the same time, in dissent, why the dissent is written there? If she would have supported,
there's no argument.
If the honourable judge would have supported, if the honourable judge would have supported, he would have agreed with it, right? So there is a dissent in it. My careful observation is also
Arnab, this opposition has an infinite ability to flog a dead horse. The larger point over here is that the judicial mandate should be restricted to determining whether the whole process was constitutional or not. But now the opposition wants the court to decide on the entire implementation process. Then what is the executive and the legislature for? And this is what shows the very, the opposition has a fundamentally flawed idea of democracy. Don't exert the judiciary. This is not the first time you ran to the judiciary like a crybaby. You went there on Rafale. You went there to stall the construction work on the new parliament. And every time the court has called out your falsehood. And Tanveer, I want to make a very important charge. I don't expect this from you, Tanveer, my friend. Please listen very carefully. Tanveer, listen to this very carefully. I take serious offense to the opposition throwing random numbers of people dead. Today you said 100. During the farmer protest, you people were saying 800 people dead. When we asked for the list so that we could determine the real causes, you guys had no list. So please don't play politics on this. If anybody
let me ask him a question here. Let me ask him a question here as a follow-up. Tanveer, you have just said, and listen to me on this, see how he gets caught, MR. He just said confidently that $5.5 billion was lost in agriculture as a result of demonetization. I would like Tanveer Ahmed to quote his source.
Sources. Pota figure. That is called pulled out of thin air.
Arnab,
that is from WhatsApp University.
Arnab, no, MR you are an intelligent man. I don't expect this from you. You are a very learned man. You are a very learned man.
So quote your source.
Producers.
So quote your source.
Absolutely.
Quote your source.
We were not able to export
it. Quote your source. Quote your source.
Absolutely, we lost it. Arnab,
quote the source.
Quote the source.
Arnab,
Quote the source.
Arnab,
Quote
you
the
can't
source.
really put me
Quote
on
the
a
source.
television show like
Quote
yours
the
and
source.
I need to
Quote
read the
your
sources.
source.
I'll get your
Rajat,
sources.
he should
Give
quote
me an
his
exact
source.
time. Tell me when should I
5.5
bring
billion.
this
Quote your source.
I
Quote your source. Quote your source. Quote your source. Quote your source. Quote your source.
Everything.
Quote your source. The nation wants you to quote your source. Satya, let him quote his source. Let him quote his source
I will
tonight.
get you the source. I can't.
You should
Quote the source.
You should quote the source.
Quote the source.
Arnab,
Quote
tell
the
me,
source.
can we have a debate on the
You
same
quote
thing?
your
Tomorrow I'll get my
source. This is
sources.
Republic. Quote your source.
Can we have a debate on the same thing?
Quote the source.
Stop lying. Quote your
Can we have a
source.
debate on the same thing? Tomorrow I'll get
You
my
made a point.
sources.
Quote your source.
It has been his habit to quote wrong sources and no
Arnab,
sources.
stop repeating
Arnab.
yourself, Arnab. Stop
Arnab.
repeating, Arnab. Your voice once is enough powerful. You're a very powerful journalist.
I'm not at all. I'm not at all. My new chant for the new year is quote your source. Ladies and gentlemen, he couldn't quote his source. He couldn't quote his source. Ask him to quote his source on social media. Don't let him go. That's all the time I have tonight. I'll see you, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow evening. But before I go, let me say this. I have been consistent since the 8th of November 2016 on my views on demonetization. So many people attack me. They attack us all the time, but we know our gut instinct is right. There is only good and bad, black and white. There are no grays. Truth and falsehood. There are no other sides. I shall see you at 9 o'clock tomorrow. Good night and good night.